your business right. They know that customer experience isn't just another thing, it's the only thing. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Hello and welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel Tussie and Eric Kramer. Very nice to have you along with us today. Our business is your business, and you know what? Small business is big business. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you.
Nice. Can we talk?
About what?
Personal shortcomings.
Is this a short joke?
No.
I've got all the shortcomings that there are.
I don't think I've ever, well, maybe not never, but very rarely would I ever tell a short joke, especially in your presence.
I'm very tall on the radio. There is that.
You know what I've said. I've said for years that I stand in the shadow of a very tall woman.
And people look around going, I thought you stood next to Angel.
They don't know you. All right. So there's a guy who wrote an article, Adam Toren. He wrote an article in Entrepreneur magazine, and he talks about the number of personal shortcomings that will actually ruin your business.
Ruin your business.
If you let them.
All right. Well, here are a few of the shortcomings that he addresses. And you think about, what's going to ruin my business. It's going to be lack of customers. It's going to be, spending too much. And there are some pieces to your processes that might not work out. But even if you have that all buttoned up and dialed up.
We have seen the enemy. And they are us.
Right. So here's the number one thing he has on his list of a personal shortcoming that could cause your business to fail.
All right.
And is the absence of motivation.
Look, you can be smart and talented and all of that's a good start. But if you're not motivated.
Right. You're lying in bed all day thinking up solutions to every problem there is out there.
Or titles of books without writing the books.
You need to find what motivates you, your big why, what's going to keep you going when everything else around you seems to be crumbling. And yes, it's a little bit crazy, but a little bit crazy is okay.
All right. Here's another personal habit issue that will get you in trouble and will kill your business if you're not careful.
The inability to control your impulses.
I have two words for you. Pee Wee Herman. He was unable to control his impulses, and it knocked him right out of business. You can look it up on the internet.
Okay. Well, people who lack control of their impulses tend to be in reactive mode and just in responsive mode. And even the smartest people can be impulsive, but impulsive decisions, he says, are not long-term winners.
It really is true. I mean, think about your last trip to the grocery store. How many... No. Let's make it personal, folks. How many things off the end cap did you buy? How many things did you buy while you were in line at the checkout counter? If that's you, then perhaps we should talk about your decision-making process.
So I have a store that I like to shop at.
Yeah.
And I have been wanting to go in for probably now 4 weeks.
Okay.
So a month. But I know. Don't go in there, Angel, because
it's going to cost you way more than because you're not budgeted for anything. You just want to go.
I just want to go.
Yeah.
And so I won't let myself go. I've been very close, geographically close. I'm like, Angel, you've got no control right now.
All right.
Walk away.
There's the discipline, and you have so far been able to walk away.
I know, but I think, one of these days I'm going to cave. It's going to be ugly.
All right. Folks, we're talking about personal shortcomings that could ruin your business. And this is a big one. Lack of perseverance.
Right. This is when you give up too soon.
Give up too soon.
Right. You tried it once. You made one Facebook post and nobody came calling.
How many times does it take to call on somebody or connect with somebody before they do business? 7 to 13 times. And most people give up after 3.
After 3. But even in business, you try a networking group and you maybe give it 3 months and you're like, yeah, that thing didn't work for me.
Really?
Are you kidding me? So you're just going to go and be a network hopper?
I got a better idea. Don't go into parenting. All right, here's one. Having the wrong set of skills. You can have all kinds of skills, but if they're not the right skills for the task at hand, you could possibly find yourself outsuited.
Right. And this is where having a team, learning what to delegate is so key to the success of your business.
You bet.
If you don't have the skill set for doing web design, don't do it. If you don't have the skill set for designing your website or graphics or bookkeeping or I don't know, anything, right? If it's not your skill set, then pass that on to somebody else because you're going to waste a lot of time and energy and you're going to just aggravate people if you can't do it right. Know what your strengths are and then hire for the others. Another personal shortcoming that might be the reason your business isn't doing well is the failure to put your thoughts into action.
You see, there's another reference to the old, and folks, the reason this is funny is because I'm known for the title king. I come up with great titles to books. I don't write great, I don't follow through with those to write those books. I just come up with the titles. But if you've got thoughts that you don't put into action, then all you are is an idea gal or guy.
Right. And, everybody's got ideas. We all have 1,000 ideas. How many times have you ever been at the store and you see a new product and you think, I thought of that 12 years ago. Okay.
Somebody acted on it.
Somebody else acted on it.
11 years ago. All right. How about this? You lack direction or focus. If you are a scatterbrain, you are likely going to step on your own toes.
Mm-hmm. You know what? This is one of those that you think, oh, it's kind of fun because it's exciting and we're doing this and we're doing that. But it's all very short term. You've got to have, this shiny object syndrome. Mm-hmm. And people are going to get tired of like running back and forth. They need to know, where are we going? What's the long-term vision for all of this?
Speaking of long-term vision, here's another personal hang-up, and that is failure to take that next step. Some people find it difficult to bring projects to a close. This is generally an indication of the fear of whatever's next. If you don't know what's behind door number 3, it's very difficult to close door number 2.
Well, or, if you've got some perfection issues at play.
Why are you looking at me in that tone of voice?
Then we can't finish it. We can't bring it out. Like it's not perfect. And so this is an issue for mostly for
Say that again. Perfectionists.
So, but then the flip side of that of having a hard time bringing your items to the next step is the failure to even launch it.
Oh,
right. You're in research mode, data collection continually. You're constantly tweaking, researching, and you never even get it off the ground.
However, if you want to go see a good movie, failure to launch,
super cute
romance comedy with Matt McConaughey and Sarah Jessica Parker.
I remember
2006.
I remember in 2009 when I wrote Lists That Saved My Life. And so we published it at the end of 2009. Mm-hmm. So this must have been 2010. Somebody coming to me, they had done all this research on publishing, every website, everything for publication. I mean, it was this incredible amount of data that this person had.
Yeah.
They didn't have a book.
Oh.
They didn't have a book. So they're all hung up on, how am I going to publish this?
Yeah.
Write it.
I'm working with a friend.
We'll figure it out after that.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm working with a friend from Dallas who's, she has a manuscript and she's right there, but now she's being inundated by so many people who are trying to give her the details. And my advice to her is the same advice that was given to you. It was great advice to you. And it's going to be great advice to her when she lets it go from the 18 inches from her head to her heart. Just do it. Just do it. It's your first. Let's get it out. Let's get it done.
So much of wanting to write a book is you're not actually writing. Right? Most of all of that is the not writing.
Correct.
A lot with growing your business. A lot of growing your business, you should be selling. You should be, developing relationships with customers. But so much of what we do is not selling.
That's right. We do the R&D. We dream. We have ideas. We hold meetings for no good reason. You're right. Failure to launch.
So, don't get hung up on it. It's okay, right? Today is a brand new day. This is a brand new moment. And even if just 5 minutes ago, this is what you were focusing on, you can bring yourself back to the doing stage.
The final thing is this, and that is failure or success anxiety. That is, you are afraid to fail, and so you don't do anything. You're paralyzed. Or you are afraid to succeed, and you don't know how to admit it.
Isn't that, and we don't really ever think of ourselves as, afraid to succeed.
That's why we don't admit it.
Because, I don't even know that we think about it.
No.
Obviously I want to succeed. I put all this in place.
Mm-hmm.
And yet then we also are doing all these things that self-sabotage. So do we really want it?
Yeah. The 6 inches between your ears will kill your business if you're not careful. Gang, we're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, more positive business talk. Another great hour for you. Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer helping you get your business right. We'll be back after these messages.
America's home for positive business talk. You're listening to the Experience Pros radio show. Contact them on the web at experiencepros.com.
KDMT, Denver's Money Talk.